I'm Gurleen. I hope you're all doing well. The markets are trading close to the all-time high levels, and in today's video, we'll be taking a quick overview of the same and we'll also discuss the trading plan for Tuesday, that is May 16th, 2023 for Nifty, Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty for the weekly expiry. We'll also discuss a few select stocks which must be on your watch list for good risk to reward opportunities. So be sure to stick around till the end of the video and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and do ring the notification bell so that you never miss an update. So without any further ado, let's dive in by looking at the technical perspective of Nifty 50 on the daily time frame. So here on the daily chart, you can see that with the breakout of the level of 18,350, Nifty has come out of this consolidation, and we had been discussing over the last week that long bets should only be placed above the level of 18,350, and here you can see how beautifully the index moved on the upside towards the target, or you can say the resistance level of 18,444. Now over here, though the momentum on the upside looks intact, the level of 18,444 is a major hurdle for the index. Now once Nifty surpasses this level of 18,444, a trajectory towards the levels of 18,652 to 18,680 will be wide open. Also, the maximum downside levels for now for Nifty are capped at 17,850, which happens to be a strong support for the index as well on the long time frame. Now let's take a look at the hourly time frame to understand the trading plan as well. So as we've been discussing over the last week, as long as Nifty is placed above the moving averages, we can expect sideways to bullish momentum to continue with the volatility remaining elevated. So here you can see that how the index slipped from the high of 18,444 towards the end of the trading session. Now here the immediate support levels on the downside can be taken as the moving averages at the levels of 18,300 followed by 18,350. So all in all, if you're already long, you can trail your longs with respect to these moving averages on the hourly time frame. So now let's see how you can plan your trades. If you are an aggressive trader, then you can look for long trading opportunities at the pullback, which simply means that this zone that I've marked happens to be a very strong support zone for the index, and from here a bounce can be anticipated towards the previous highs of 18,400 to 18,450. But if you trade conservatively, so you should only consider to build long positions above the zone of 18,444 to 18,470 for a target of about 18,550 to begin with, followed by 18,652 on the upside. Well, this is a wait and watch setup, so only trade when it gets triggered. Now, you might have heard a saying that goes that the trend is your friend until it bends. So here, at the current levels, it's best to ride the trend, and a reversal level will only be the breakdown below the moving averages, and that might bring forward a low shorting opportunity towards the targets of about 18,220 followed by 18,115. Now let's talk about the support and resistance levels for Nifty. So the support is placed at 18,222 followed by 18,115, whereas the resistance is placed at 18,444 followed by 18,652. Let's take a look at Bank Nifty on the daily time frame first, and then we'll move ahead with discussing the trading plan for tomorrow. So in reference to the weekly market analysis video, Bank Nifty had surpassed the level of 43,740 and also the initial potential harmonic reversal zone. Now here we discussed that if we consider an extended harmonic target, it happens to be at the level of 44,765, and Bank Nifty is slowly inching closer to the same. Now it was an interesting trading session today with Bank Nifty near the all-time high levels. Here you can see, but it faced rejection towards the end of the trading session. So is it just a momentary pause, or are we in for some trouble? With that being said, let's take a look at the hourly time frame. In the last video, we discussed that if Bank Nifty crosses the levels of 43,878 and 43,905 on the upside, then a target of about 44,000 to 44,100 can be anticipated, and here you can see how beautifully the index has respected the levels. The trading approach is quite simple. The index looks stretched from the levels of 43,350, and here it's possible for Bank Nifty to catch up with the moving averages at the levels of 43,796 to 43,602. So here, this zone right here can be considered as a strong support zone for the index, and here if we see any candlestick pattern, a reversal candlestick pattern for that matter, so a low risk long trade can be looked at for a target of about 44,000. Once again, that is the previous highs. Also over here, you might ask that what if Bank Nifty breaks below the moving averages decisively? Well, in that case, we'll be calling it a reversal, and you can look for shorting opportunities in the index towards the previous low of 43,350 to begin with. Well, as of now, the momentum looks intact on the upside as Bank Nifty is placed above the moving averages. So if you're already long, you can trail your gains with respect to these moving averages. Now let's talk about the support and resistance levels for Bank Nifty. So the support is placed at 43,750 followed by 43,655, whereas the resistance is placed at 44,152 followed by 44,765. Let's take a quick overview of Fin Nifty for the weekly expiry. So here on the daily chart, you can see that Fin Nifty has entered into a range of the previous highs at the levels of 19,515 to 19,778. So first of all, it's likely for Fin Nifty to expire within the same range, and as far as the trading approach is concerned, let's take a look at that as well. On the hourly chart, you can see that more or less Fin Nifty traded within the range of the candlestick that was registered in the first hour of the trading session, making it an inside bar setup. So here, if at all Fin Nifty breaks above the level of 19,595 and 19,627, then a target of about 19,700 can be anticipated on an intraday basis itself. Whereas if Fin Nifty breaks below this low of 19,461, in that case a target of about 19,335 to 19,365 can be anticipated in the index. Though the chances of this scenario playing out looks a little bleak, but as it's a weekly expiry, we'll consider this alternative as well. Now let's move to stocks, starting with Granules. Now the pharma sector was under pressure in today's trading session, and in Granules we've seen a breakdown of this particular range. So here you can see that after having picked up from the lows, Granules was consolidating, and now here, if Granules holds below this level of 295 in the upcoming trading sessions, we can see a downward trajectory unfolding towards the levels of 275 to begin with. So here an invalidation level of about 305 can be considered. Let's talk about the update on Gail. We discussed Gail in the last video for a long trading opportunity at the levels of 106 to 108, and here you can see that the setup did get triggered in today's trading session, and Gail has tested the levels of about 111 and is only a few points away from the highs of about 113. So here the gains can be trailed to the level of about 105.50. Let's move to the update on DLF. So we've been tracking DLF from the levels of 418 to 420, and in today's trading session, DLF has almost achieved the target on the upside and is close to the initial reversal level of 488.80. Now over here, the counter looks strong, so it's possible for DLF to even inch higher towards the levels of 538.50. So over here as well, it's best to trail the gains. Let's talk about Kolte PATIL. So here on the daily chart, you can see multiple resistances in the zone of 288 to 292. So it's a wait and watch setup. Here, if at all the stock breaks out of this resistance level, a long position can be opened for an upside target of about 320 to 340 to begin with. Now, as it's a risky bet, so do trim the position size to minimum. Now, if the setup does get triggered, I'll be considering an invalidation level of about 242. Well, if you have any queries or questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. And on that note, it's Gurleen signing off. Until we meet again, have a good time.